Anyways, what a way to start off a video. In this review, we're taking a look at the Star Wars MAFEX Clone Trooper number 041. This is a really cool way to do the Clone Trooper figure in general. I have at SH Figure Arts that I showed off not too long ago for the version 2 Clone Trooper, and I really wish they did something like this where it was just a simple head swap, because that's what you can do. You can have episode 2 Clone Trooper or episode 3 at any time. So this would be an army builder. Anyways, you see the front of the box figure, hands, rifles. Taking a look at the back, exactly what I said. 2 different hands, the rifles, the figure standing tall, and the figure pointing its gun, the sides, and of course it's from Star Wars. Anyways, let's open it up and take a look at the figure. Needless to say that the figure comes with a MAFEX stand. Now, I'm never going to really take these out of the packages, but I do have a loose one that I obtained from someone. That's what these bad boys look like, and I'll say it right now, they don't really do a whole lot of good. I don't like them, and I prefer to use the Tamashii stands, but I don't have one on hand at the moment. Alright, there it is, the episode 2 and 3, once we swap out the head, Clone Trooper. Now right now, I just want to show you how awesome this figure looks with all its armor. Like, really, this is a well done figure. And I say, yeah, I would say that this figure is actually way better than the SH Figure Arts version. This armor actually seems like armor. It's plated, it's kind of, it feels very much like the glossy, hard plastic armor that is on the costume itself. Maybe a little too glossy, but, you know, that's up to the person who has it. I don't know. But very cool. This figure's kind of loose, though. I don't know why it's loose. The legs are loose. Anyways, if we wanted to swap out the head, it'd be a simple stand up. God damn it. There we go. Alright, if we wanted to swap out the head, all we'd have to do is simply pop it off. Boom, popped off. Such a little ball peg for it. And go ahead and pop on the episode 3 head. And you hear a little pop. And yeah. There he is. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the rifles. Maybe you guys want a closer look at this figure, actually. Not bad at all. No real markings to distinguish it apart from any normal trooper. So you can, like I said, army build with this figure. Stand up? Yeah, you're good. Alright, now let's go ahead and take a look at the weapons. Something else I like more than the SH Figure Arts is that these rifles are very well painted. I don't remember the SH Figure Arts rifles being so well sculpted and painted. This one actually has, you know, nice silver and even a little bit of copper right there. The hand, you know, it just looks nice. Obviously, it's a, you know, they're 2 solid pieces of plastic, but it's the way they're sculpted that really stands out here. Here we see different paints here. So basically 3 colors, black, silver, and copper being used. And yeah, I like the handles on them too. Nice detail. There you go. You can see a nice detail in the long rifle. And then would have been really cool if you could swing this portion of the gun out. But maybe that's asking for too much. Very nice. Alright, let's move on to articulation. Articulation is very basic, like any other MAFEX or even a SH Figure Arts, and that they get all the same articulation. Now, of course, the head can rotate full 360. Nothing's hindering it in the back, so or the sides. You can move the neck forward and back. So there's about maybe 2 points of articulation here. Anyways. Going to the shoulders, you can rotate, I think. You gotta move up. Yeah, you can rotate forward and you can rotate back the shoulders. The shoulder armor, the plates right here, they don't move, but they don't get in the way of you raising up the arm, but it does push it back down. So I don't know if that's going to be an issue. At the elbow, there is 2 parts of articulation, But again, we have some elbow armor here. Well, for some reason, this doesn't, oh, it's this shoulder armor. And then you also get some rotation in the bicep here. Moving on to the arms, or hands, excuse me, they are, let's see, can I pop one out? They are inserted into a peg, which is kind of on an up and down peg. Yeah. So they insert in, not a ball joint, and they can rotate full 360, but yeah, kind of got to be careful there. Anyways, moving over to the torso area, you get 1 and 2 parts of articulation here. Rotation at the lower portion of the legs, and then in the middle of the chest here as well. You get some rotation, you get some bending. This belt kind of slides around way too much. I wish it fit a little better onto the trooper, but you know, whatever, gonna make sacrifices, I guess. Moving on to the hips, you can kick up about that much before it starts looking weird, and then bend the knee. Nice armor right here showing it off. Knee bends 2 points there. Ankle bends as well, can bend forward, can bend back, and then the toe also, and I think you can rotate, yep, you can rotate at the ankle. So not too bad, really good articulation. Oh, you can also move or swivel around the leg as well. Let's see, is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Really nice articulation. So with that being shown, let's go ahead and do another head swap, and then we'll pose this guy with some of the guns, see how it looks, and then move on to final thoughts. I apologize, you know, I'm moving through this review so fast, I'm forgetting that I gotta show you all the hands. So you get, oh, are these, oh no, they're not. No, these are pointing fingers. Wow, a set for pointing. That's really cool. Can you see that? Set for pointing, so put that right there. And then we move on into the weapon holding hands, like that. So they kind of look a little bit similar. And then we also get another set of hands that hold like the barrels of the guns. So you can aim with these hands, make it look more dynamic. And then you get some open palm hands right here. So some nice sets. Again, you know, these are just to basically help pose the figure with whatever weapon you choose. So I'm not going to do anything too crazy in terms of posing because I'm actually selling this figure today, and I don't want to have a chance of these hands breaking any of the pegs or anything like that, because that is like been the #1 difficult thing with this figure so far. Swapping out the hands, the pegs are just seeming too thin and too brittle, and I've already had a bad experience with the MAFEX Harley Quinn with the arm breaking at the elbow joint. So anyways, here is the figure holding its long rifle from episode 2, mostly how it's featured. Really cool. Moving into final thoughts, this figure is very nice. I like it more than the SH Figure Arts, just simply because the armor is way better, looks nicer, cleaner. It actually looks like armor, kind of feels like armor on the figure. And then you can also swap out the heads, making it episode 2 or episode 3 Clone Trooper. The sculpt on the weapons is amazing. It's very cool for this basic, very basic figure to have these nicely sculpted rifles and armor and whatnot. And I believe I got this figure for around, man, it's hard to remember, but I got it from Ami. Obviously, I do most of my shopping there, and they just have a lot more stuff available most of the time. And they seem to be the cheapest. So if you're still looking for this figure, I would recommend Ami, but you can also try Hobbylink Japan. One of those should have it. If you're a huge Star Wars fan and you need to decide whether or not SH Figure Arts is the way to go or MAFEX, I would definitely consider SH Figure Arts still, even though I love this figure, simply because it has more variety. You have a number of Jedi, you have a number of good guys and bad guys to choose from. So that's the unfortunate part with MAFEX. MAFEX is kind of just barely starting their ride with Star Wars, and so they're mostly doing a lot of superhero stuff like Spider-Man or Marvel and for the most part DC. So yeah, I still definitely recommend this figure though, just because it's pretty cool. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, short little review. Stay tuned for more. I got a couple more MAFEX Star Wars figures to look through. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.